All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Okay, other than my picks yesterday.
I did not have a good day yesterday either.
I don't think it'll be any worse than mine. Mine was 0-6.
It wasn't that bad.
Son of
It was bad. Been having a pretty good week. Been going like 7-3, 7-2. Not last night.
I struggled with the NBA. I'm not going to lie. That's not unusual for me. I should have known because I went 4-0 on NBA Monday, so I should have known I was going to go 0-3 on Tuesday. But NHL, I usually do 60 or 70% right. And I went 0-3. That's unusual for me with the NHL. But NHL is not easy either because, I mean, even though you go on a lot of money lines, they don't score a lot of goals and they're not always easy to pick either. So
no, they're not. No, I went 4-7 last night, so not as bad as you, but it still wasn't a good night. I went having my college football game right. Bowl game had UTSA. They covered the -10.5. NBA, I went 0-3. I was terrible. Had the Pelicans against the Grizzlies. Grizzlies outright won that game. Had Celtics at the -5.5 against the Warriors. Warriors outright won that game. And then I had the Suns -7.5, and they lost to the Trailblazers. So, I mean, I did no good in NBA. College basketball was 1-2. Marquette got killed by Providence, which kind of surprised me. Memphis beat Virginia. I did have Florida at the -3.5 against Michigan, and Florida, I think, won by 6 or 7. So I was 1-2 there. Hockey, I was 2-2. I'm done with your damn Golden Knights.
I didn't pick them. I seen who they were playing.
I decided to pick them, and look, I pick them and they lose.
No, I seen who they was playing, and they struggle against them, and I stayed away from them.
Yeah, I took them last night. I was 2-2. I had the Rangers over the Maple Leafs right, and Flyers over the Devils right.
Colorado's been a real good pick for me this year, and they lost to Chicago. I'm gonna quit picking against Minnesota because every time I pick against Minnesota, they win. So and they beat Boston.
So that puts my record at 748 and 570 on the year.
So you're almost 750, ain't you?
Had a bad night last night, though.
Yeah.
But
you mentioned college basketball, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't paid a lot of attention. Is there a team that's standing out to you right now that you think is? Of course, there ain't no shoe in. I don't think right now.
To be honest, I haven't watched. I haven't really watched enough. I've only watched. I watched 2 or 3 of the IU games. I didn't watch their game last night. They won by 1 point against Morehead State.
I've seen one IU.
Our
game.
offense has to improve.
Seen a couple Purdue games.
I've watched. Well, I had the Purdue game on. I was one of the nights I wasn't feeling good. I was listening to it, but really didn't watch it. That was the game they ended up barely winning against Oregon, I think maybe. UConn. UConn is, I saw a little bit of them. I like them. I think they're going to be right up there again this year.
I've seen Marquette a couple of times, and I know they lost yesterday, but I kind of like Marquette. I think they're a pretty good team.
I haven't seen a whole lot of them, but yeah, they've looked pretty good. What I've seen more highlights than anything. I've watched a little bit of UConn. I'd have to say UConn right now, but like I said, I haven't watched a lot of. I don't watch a lot of college basketball till really you get closer to NFL being over, and you get in the middle of the conference schedule in college basketball is when I like watching it the best up until, of course, March Madness.
I did want to ask you a question. I assume you've seen the story. It's been going on for a couple of days now about the running back Mendenhall, who made the statements about white announcers criticizing players and don't know nothing, and he wants the Pro Bowl to be whites against blacks.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I started laughing when I heard it. And one of the reasons I'm laughing because if it was the other way around, people would be going crazy. I mean, we just had an article wrote about a kid that was had his face painted black and red in an Indian red dress, and people were saying that he found a way to hate black people and Indian people at the same time, and the dude's an Indian. Yeah. So just think if
he's at a Chiefs game.
So just think if a white player came out and said, okay, you have all these black announcers on TV that never played the game, but think they know everything. We should have black versus white Pro Bowl. People would freak out. So that's why it was funny to me because it didn't like I've heard some of the guys some of the players are taking it more as a joke than anything. Yeah. It's the media that are mad about it.
Well,
something like
they were joking
when they were putting a team together. I was cracking up.
Well, like they said, nobody could guard Tyreek Hill that they would get killed. That's what that was kind of the joke. We'd be okay. They said we'd be okay on the lines. We'd be okay here and there, but the quarterback would get killed.
They told Darius Butler. They said you guys wouldn't have no long snapper, no centers.
They were. They don't care. And like I said, people don't understand that stuff like that is brought up, and not just stuff like that, but in the locker rooms, guys say all kinds of things, and that's where they're kind of taking it. They're not taking it seriously. Yeah. I don't really take it seriously.
I didn't either.
They did bring the point up also, though, if a white player, if it had been the other way around, it probably would have been. He'd got a lot of hate.
Yeah, he got buried.
And I think this guy's probably got some hate. I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he has too. But I didn't have a problem with it. But I'm not real sensitive when it comes to that. You know, I mean, it's just. I've played sports before, never at a high level like that. But you've been in locker rooms, players talk shit to each other and stuff. So that's not a big deal.
The ones that kind of get me, and I know they're just doing their job. They're trying to get people to pay attention.
Oh, now some of the media. Some of the media is out of line.
So some of the media, when you sit there and you're talking about guys playing professional football or basketball or whatever, and the guy gets on there. And the guy says he's terrible. He's no good. No business being in the league. And I've seen that quite a few people say that Nick Wright. And there's others. I'm not just pointing Nick Wright, but he's one that I've heard recently just slam players.
Oh, no, I agree. And they don't bother me if they say like they're trash or that. What bothers me is when you attack a guy's character. And you see that people do that. And you're going off and reports that people won't even let you put their names out there and stuff. I don't like that. Yeah. And some of these guys, they get on TV and just say anything to get clicks and for people to watch. And I can understand as a player, it
gets old.
It can get old hearing that all the time, especially from guys that you don't respect and you don't think.
A guy who's probably never even played any kind of sports at all. I mean,
it's one thing to have an opinion, but to me, like
I don't think
it's when you start attacking. You don't have to. You can say that you don't think somebody's as good as somebody else without downgrading and attacking that person.
Hey, do I think Dak is Tom Brady? Of course not. But I don't think you have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to tear Dak down to prove your point. You can just say,
hey, look what Dak. Perfect thing. Dak on the road plays terrible. Dak at home is good. That's a true statement. But I'm not saying.
Yeah, you're not tearing him down.
I'm not saying Dak's a piece of shit and can't play. I'm I'm showing facts.
It's just like the last 2 days. If you turn on like the sports talk radio, it's all about Rodgers and how he lied to all of us because he's not going to play. How did he lie? He said he was going to try to come back this year if the Jets were still in contention. Well, the Jets aren't in contention, so for one, so how did he lie? It's just people, you know what I mean? They've been on him the last 2 days. It's just like, why are you guys attacking? And then they start bringing up shit about the vaccine from 2-3 years ago. It's like that's over with, and now you're mad at him now because he was going to try to do something that nobody else has done. He wouldn't. The Jets aren't in it, so he decided he isn't going to play. And now you guys are mad at him. First you're mad because you said he's crazy because it wasn't possible, and then now you're mad because he's not going to do it. So.
Well, it makes no sense to do it. Why would? Yeah. Second of all, why would the Jets let him do it when nothing's on the line?
If they were in contention and had a chance, I can understand it.
Then he would. I think he would have played.
I do too.
Whether it would have been a smart move or not, I don't know. But I think he might have played. I'll say Tech was a piece of shit. That's all. Well, you're a Cowboy. You're a true Cowboy fan. I don't know that he's ever going to win the big game or not. I mean, well, some people say, he beat Philadelphia. That was kind of a big game, but
really?
I understand.
Only way he's going to win Dallas the big game is if Dallas hosts the Super Bowl
and they play. They have a chance.
Then he'll have a chance because he plays well in that building. I'll give him that, but he ain't. But he struggles even in that building. He has struggled against some of the better teams.
Blue Jackets are a pretty good team. Blues are struggling some this year. Blue Jackets are pretty solid. I mean, they've been making the playoffs every year. They don't seem to be able to get over the hump in the playoffs.
All right. But yeah, so I can understand players getting aggravated and getting tired of hearing, especially some of these shows. They talk about the same thing every day. And if they get on a topic like Aaron Rodgers or even a Dak Prescott, they're going to talk about it 3 times during one show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
just like, to me, just like Wright, when he does his things of the best quarterbacks and you're putting a guy in college as your number 3 pick, you lose all credibility to me. Especially the guy from USC, he's putting him as the number 3 quarterback in the NFL. Or top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now, and he's in college. That just loses credibility with me. People might think that's funny or cute. I think it's kind of disparaging to all the other players.
I think what it is though too is hell, you don't know if Williams is going to be good in the NFL. I mean, you just don't.
You don't
look how many of these guys that the scouts think are the top guys of the draft. How many of these quarterbacks fell? Think about it. Everybody talks about how bad Zach Wilson is. He was a number 2 overall pick. A lot of people thought he was going to go. That he might go number 1. And look, he hasn't worked. I mean, just because you're a top 5 pick doesn't mean that that court guy's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. We've seen it. Look how many guys that are backups that have been high draft picks. I mean. And look, hell, the guy that's probably the greatest to ever played a position was a 6th-round pick. And one of the best guys playing right now at the position was a 7th-round pick, last pick of the draft.
Yeah.
So, I mean. Oh, no, Billy, I agree. Rodgers knows what he's doing. I think he really would have came back and played if the Jets were in contention. But I also think some of it was. I think it was a way to kind of stay connected with the team and kind of get in and trying to giving the team something to play for. Like, hey, if we're still in contention, he's going to come back, and then who knows what can happen. So I think some of it was motivation as well for him and for the team. For him because rehab sucks. But But I agree with you. There's no reason for him to play now.
No, it'd be dumb. It would be ridiculous to play right now. With no chance to make the playoffs.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So got some good teams, but yeah, Caleb Williams. How you can have a guy that's on college top 5 don't make no sense to me. Like I said, we've seen too many top picks not make it. I mean, Kyler Murray, top pick. Not saying he's done bad, but he hasn't been. You know what I mean? Injuries and stuff has kind of, I think, hurt him some, but he hasn't been able to get up to past that hump yet.
Well, I mean, the guy that's really panned out as a not number one pick, but a top 5 pick is the guy playing at Houston right now. He's played really well. He got hurt, but he's had and that's unusual for a guy to step in and be that good as a rookie. And he's played played real well.
Yeah, but it's also only a season too. I mean, who knows what it's going to look like next year?
That's very true. I think he'll be. I
think he's going. I think he's going to be fine, but
I think he's going to be good because they're putting a team around him and they got a good coach.
Billy, last time I talked to Jay was just a couple weeks ago, and he seemed to be doing pretty good. Yeah, I still talk to him some, but yeah, I talked to him a couple weeks ago. He seems to be doing okay.
Been busy. He's been real busy.
Yeah,
getting that house built. Building the house. Looks like it's getting pretty close to being done.
Yeah, they got quite a bit of it done. I know that. But because he was saying they weren't going to move into like June or something, but the way it was looking to me like it was. But it can take a while to finish everything in the inside too. Once you get the frame up. So. I know they got a lot done because I see posts about it quite a bit. Yep. All right, for tonight, with no college football tonight. There is a college football game tomorrow. Syracuse and I forget who they're playing now off the top of my head. NBA tonight. Hopefully, I'll do better tonight than I did last night.
You said Syracuse. I think that's where the quarterback from Ohio State. I think he's going to Syracuse next year, if I remember right.
Syracuse?
I think that's
he left Ohio State to go to Syracuse.
I think that's what it said.
Huh.
I knew it was a team that wasn't, a top, and I think it was Syracuse.
Okay. See, NBA, I'm going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers at the -4.5 at home against Utah Jazz. Take Orlando Magic at the -5 at home against the Miami Heat.
What was our point spread on Cleveland again?
4.5. I'm going to take the New York Knicks on the road at the -1.5 against the Brooklyn Nets. Take Denver Nuggets -3.5 on the road at the Toronto Raptors. And I'm going to take the Houston Rockets at the -3.5 at home against the Atlanta Hawks. That's going to be my NBA picks.
My NBA picks for tonight, I got Minnesota at Philadelphia. I got Philadelphia -3. I got Utah at Cleveland. I got Cleveland -4.5. And I got the Clippers -3 at Dallas. That's my NBA picks for tonight.
Glenn says Tyrese points plus assist over 41.5. That could be, that could be a good one. Hopefully the Pacers come out and play tonight.
I hope so.
I wanted to pick them, but I couldn't. I think it was like 9. They're like 9.5, 10-point favorites, and the way they've been playing, I can't take them. Yeah, versus South Florida. That's who it is tomorrow. I remember I saw it earlier, but I couldn't remember the other team in it. NHL, I'm going with the Capitals on the money line at home against the Islanders, and the Jets on the money line at home against the Red Wings. That's going to be mine. There's only 3 games tonight.
Yep, I took all 3, but I got the Winnipeg Jets at home money line against Detroit. I got the Islanders at Washington. I got Washington money line, and I got Seattle at the LA Kings. I got the Kings money line. So that's my NHL picks for tonight.
College basketball tonight. I have UConn -8.5 on the road at Seton Hall, Baylor +2.5 on the road at Duke, and North Carolina -3.5 on the road at Oklahoma. That's going to be my college basketball picks for tonight. Billy, in one fantasy league, I'm in the championship game actually this weekend. And then in the other one, I ended up not making the playoffs. I had to win that last week because there was like 3 or 4 of us tied. I think Glenn ended up getting in because he was one of them. He was one of them that was right there around that 8th seed.
I think he's 7th seed. Yeah. I'm a 4 seed in that one, and then Chris put me. He made it to the finals. He put me out in the semis, and he's in the finals of the other one that we're in.
But yeah, it didn't make the playoff in that one. Yeah, Glenn got the 6th seed.
Got the 6th seed, okay.
But yeah, there was like 3 or 4 of us fighting for that the last couple seeds, and
yep.
I got beat there that last week, and that pushed me out. But we got Glenn, Austin, and Dad are all in the playoffs.
2 seed, I think. I'm a 4 seed.
So we still got 3 chances to get that belt.
The only thing I worry about teams are making it to the finals. You play week 18. your players you got on your team may not play because depending on the playoff situation and the team situation.
It's not as bad now as it used to be, because now a lot of the games are division games at the end, which help. I mean, that helps, but yeah. But,
I mean, if you got a team that has nothing to play for, why would they play that quarterback?
No, yeah, but I'm just saying it's not as bad as it used to be. But yeah, it still can be a problem.
I don't know about CeeDee Lamb, buddy. not against Miami at Miami.
It should be a good playoff.
If he's playing at Dallas, I would say you're good as gold. But playing at Miami, we may have another Dak, a Dak dump.
I just like to see either you, Glenn, or Austin win it.
Oh yeah, I want that belt right here. So I want to put FJ on it.
And hopefully I can beat Billy this weekend in ours, but we'll see.
You're favored, but that don't mean shit.
No. I think me and you were like 50-50 going into last week, and my team exploded.
I knew I was in trouble going in when Stroud was hurt, and I had to play Fields against Cleveland's defense. I was.
Why, you don't have no faith in Fields?
Not against Cleveland's defense. Now, this week, I think they play Tennessee. I'm a little bit more confident. I think it's Tennessee, if I remember. I'm a little more confident now.
Oh, no. Levis might lead Tennessee right down the field.
Yeah, but I don't know if Tennessee's defense is going to stop Fields.
That's true.
I don't care if Chicago wins the game or not. I just want to put up points. I'm in the 3rd place game in that one. So, but it don't pay nothing, so I really don't care.
But, all right. Well, did you have anything else for today?
No, I think I'm good to go. Yeah, Glenn beat Austin. Oh, Dak shit the bed. He had.
Yeah. Yeah, you too. But all right, we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3:00 with another episode of Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. My picks for today, real quick: Cavs -4.5, Magic -5, Knicks -1.5, Nuggets at the -3.5, and the Rockets at -3.5. NHL, Capitals money line, and the Jets money line. And in college basketball, UConn -8.5, Baylor +2.5, and North Carolina at the -3.5.
Yeah, my NBA, I got Philly -3, Cleveland -4.5, Clippers -3. NHL, I got Winnipeg money line, Washington money line, and LA Kings money line.
All right, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram on Gonzo Sports Room as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow.